Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Ulster County Law Enforcement Center. We're living in trying times. It's a unique time all the way around, not only here in Ulster County, but in New York State. As we all know, we're living in a global pandemic. At the same time, the issues with racism in law enforcement, and everything that comes along with our day-to-day job continues. And here in law enforcement, we have to continue to do our job, which is our #1 priority, public safety. One of the things that we're going to discuss this morning is on top of the global pandemic, we still have our opioid epidemic. Because of the pandemic, people are home, people are not working, and this issue has really taken off and spiked here in Ulster County. Our numbers are extremely high. Our fatalities are up 100% compared to last year, and our overdoses are up 56%. Here at the Sheriff's Office, we have a multifaceted attack on the opioid epidemic. It was successful last year when we rolled out Oracle, the Opioid Response to County Law Enforcement. January, we started the MAP program, the Medical Assisted Treatment program here at the county jail. And our hotline and our team to date have assisted 52 individuals and have placed 33 people in treatment. And I tell you all this because it's not just about arresting people, it's about helping these individuals and helping the families that are involved in this epidemic. And today we're going to discuss what occurred recently in our county. And for those details, I'm going to bring up Detective Lieutenant Dave Markiewicz. Detective Lieutenant. There you go.
Thank you, Sheriff. Before we continue, I just want to take a moment to introduce myself and those that are here with us today. I'm Detective Lieutenant Dave Markiewicz of the Ulster County Sheriff's Office. To my left is Chief Gerald Marlette of the town of Shongam Police. To my right, who, as you know, just spoke, Sheriff Juan Figueroa. To his right, Ulster County District Attorney Dave Clegg. And to his right, Jared Blades, who is the Urgent Task Force Commander. We were here not that long ago to discuss our first prosecution of a fatal overdose in Ulster County, and this will be our second. This began in middle of April on the 15th when the Shongam Police Department responded to a fatal overdose of a subject in Wallkill who had fatally overdosed on fentanyl-laced heroin. We were contacted by the Shongam Police Department and the Ulster Regional Gang Enforcement Narcotics Team, also known as Urgent, began investigating this to attempt to isolate and identify the source and supply of this. Over the next couple of months, our Urgent team worked tirelessly and were able to identify several people who were part of the chain of supply of this fentanyl-laced heroin, and we have since made 3 arrests. The first person who was arrested was a gentleman by the name of Humberto Borges of Newburgh. On June the 4th, he was charged with criminal sale of a controlled substance, and he was ultimately released. The next day, 2 brothers, John Formisano III and Neil Formisano, also of Wallkill, were both arrested and charged in this case. John Formisano was charged with felony level drug sales and the criminally negligent homicide, which brings us here today. His brother Neil was also charged with drug sales. That we were able to identify the packaging and style of the heroin that was seized in this case, and we are able to determine that all this heroin was packaged similarly and contained the same identifying stamps as the fentanyl that killed the victim in the instant case that began this investigation.
The sheriff and this department is doing the things that we need to do with law enforcement. They are working on both ends of fighting the scourge of drugs and addiction. They are out there supporting the community in every way possible through the Oracle program to reach addicts that are in trouble and are going in the wrong direction and try and redeem their lives. At the same time, attacking drug traffickers and getting the poison that's out on the street now. So synthetic opioids, fentanyl, and the fentanyl analogs that are out there are deadly. They're 50 and 100 times more potent than heroin and morphine. And it's being added to the drugs on the street because it's less expensive than heroin. So we have people who are dying as a result of pure fentanyl being dropped in their packages that they receive. So we have to address it on both ends, and that's what we're doing here today. Now, the scourge of synthetic opioids has killed more people in the last 5 years in this country than who have died from the coronavirus. This is something that we have to address on every end, and we have to focus on it. When we look at this, criminally negligent homicide is one charge, manslaughter is another charge, so we have to look at it. Reckless disregard for the lives of others, knowing that this is poison, knowing the amount of overdoses and deaths that's being caused. Last year, during the same period of time, we had 13 overdose deaths. This year, we have 31 in Ulster County. We have to stand up against it. We have to both address the problem of addiction by helping people, supporting them, giving them the treatment and the support that they need, job training, and everything else that we can do to help make sure that people with addiction have a way out. On the other side, drug trafficking has to be addressed in a very serious manner, and we intend to do that. Thank you.